And we are live. Hello everyone. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face and my card making space. And me chatting and waiting to make sure everything is working. Chris is here as well. The gremlins in the corner. That actually reminded me, we both need to set our phones to do not disturb. Set focus, do not disturb. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt my camera stuff, because that has happened before. Oh, if I turn off Bluetooth, right?
Yes.
On my phone, it won't.
You just put it into airplane mode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's been an issue with my phone, trying to like take over everything, which really, that's that's just tech in a nutshell. Anyway, hello everyone. I think, stop it. I'm trying to make everything work. Just, if it isn't one thing, it's another. So yeah, welcome to the chaos. When is it not? That's not what I'm looking for. I am trying to, there we go. Okay. Hello. So yeah. Oh my goodness. What? Just wait. I'm trying to figure things out. Okay. Slowly, again, having to remind myself how tech works, even though I've been doing this every week for the last like 2 months now. Halloween. Again, couldn't resist. I'm going to keep making well, I did it last year and I think I did it the year before. I made Halloween right up till Halloween. So we'll see. I have not started my Christmas series yet. I had planned to this week, but I've kind of had a lot on my plate. It's been a little bit bonkers. You know, I had 2 releases last week. I did the Simon Says Stamp release. I did the Waffle Flower release. I worked yesterday for World Card Making Day on stuff that's coming out later. So I'll have videos for that. And then, yeah, it's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to all of my fellow Canadians. Yeah, we did the turkey and all the things yesterday. So that was a whole day between that. Tim Holtz, 2 separate lives, which was loads of fun. Oh my gosh, I want to go shopping. I want to go shopping and buy paper straws and skulls and spray paint and all the things.
All the things that inspired.
They were so fun. So, and huge jars of glitter. If you guys missed out on that announcement, they released a literal like tub of rock candy glitter, which I'm sure I'm going to end up ordering. Do any of us need that much glitter? No, but it's super fun. So, yeah, it was a good day. It was just, I was doing 5 million things at once. So, I kind of have a rough idea of what I'm doing. We shall see. So, and then yeah, Christmas cards will be starting. I'll say this week. We'll see. I actually did up my little graphics because that was the thing that was holding me back. And so those are done. I just slapped a few things together and yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see how everything goes. So yeah. Wasn't it though, Kath? There were so many things. Like, Tim's brain is just fascinating. And then, yeah, Mario's commentary in the background piping up. It's like, yeah, same sort of thing. When Tim's like, do you need it? Mario's just like, yes! Love it. It was just good entertainment. So, yeah. Yes, his lives were amazing. Like, I have 5 million. In fact, the backgrounds I'm going to do today were directly inspired by what he was doing yesterday, because I was just like taking notes, because yeah, super fun. So yeah, I don't use glitter. I bought it. I use rock candy. I don't pull it out very often, but then every time I do, I'm reminded of how awesome it is. And that big jar, it will probably make its way to me, and then it'll just go up in the background somewhere. It'll be more for display, because it's enormous. Like, even let me grab this is the labeling has changed, but this is the size of, I don't have a link to this. You can just look up rock candy. This is the size of rock candy distress glitter. This is huge. Like, I've had this for years. I've barely made a dent in it. That's the regular one. Oh, Dick, go scroll down. That big jar. That's the new one.
Oh,
no, not that one.
This one?
That one.
Okay.
Huge, enormous. Delete the other one.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so this is... It's hard to say what the label on this... My label is old because, like I said, it's the old packaging. But this is like 60 grams of glitter, whatever. Anyway, the new jar they released as the 10-year anniversary of Rock Candy Distress Glitter is 4 times the size. Like, it's like a jar like this. It's massive. Massive. And the label, yes, like Kath said, the label for it is just gorgeous. It's very Tim Holtz. It's very vintage, apothecary type style. And we're all buying it for display. Like, totally. But anyway, Rock Candy Distress Glitter, awesome. I don't plan on using it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using it today just with what I have planned, but it's very, very nice. It's very nice glitter. I like it. And there's something bizarrely weird that they do to this stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's not staticky like other... I wasn't planning on even going on about this. It's not staticky like other dry glitters. Like, I don't know. Can you guys even... see how it's not like clinging to the inside of the container? Because most glitters do. That's just, glitters are the herpes of the craft world. Like, it gets everywhere and it never goes away, ever. This stuff's different. I don't know what black magic they do to it to make it not do that, but it doesn't. So, it's fine. Aw, Kathy, you're adorable. I don't blame you. Like, it was very... very Tim, very thought out, and just the label. As soon as I saw the bottle, I was like, crap, I need this in my life. Haven't ordered it yet, but that big bottle, and I think Chris, you linked to it in the comments. Yeah, it's limited edition, but it's through this season. Like, Ranger has even said, like, it's not like they're not running out today. They're not going to run out tomorrow. They're going to keep doing it for a set amount of time, but yeah, there's no huge rush. But yeah, it will literally be a lifetime's amount of glitter. So, yeah. Anyway, it's fabulous. I'm a big fan of the Rock Candy Distress Glitter. That's pretty much the only stuff I even use anymore. This one, and then Simon has a couple glitters that I'll use sometimes, because those ones are more sparkly and iridescent, but Rock Candy is great. Especially, yeah, Christmas projects coming up. I like adding this to, like, you know, sprinkling over paste or glossy accents. And then it just gives that, like, sort of snow effect. So, anyway, that's enough about the Rock Candy glitter. It was fun.
You have a question about it?
Puffy. It's glitter. It's just, yeah. I don't want to tilt it too much, but yeah, it's just glitter. It's got different sizes in it, but you wouldn't really know that to look at it. Yeah. You can't go wrong with a Rock Candy glitter, in my opinion. And yeah, Tim has done, he showed it in his lives yesterday. He did it last year, I think. It was, again, tinting it with alcohol inks and stuff, so you can, like, make all your own custom colors of glitter with alcohol inks. I have never bothered, but it is cool. And in his video, he actually shows the difference. Like, oh, if you just put it over, you know, a dark substrate or dark ink, or if you actually use tinted glitter, yada, yada, yada. It's fun. So, it's very pretty. Very much love it. Did a whole thing on something I'm not even using today, but whatever. Whatever. It's all good. So, yeah, it's gorgeous and it's unique. Because I know my glitter, and I've actually used very many brands over the years, especially like when I used to own my own salon and do like nails and stuff. So I had access to like every imaginable type I actually used to own. And that is one thing I do regret. I sold all of it when I quit my salon business. I had hundreds of types of glitter. Kind of regret getting rid of all of it, but is what it is. But anyway, all I have to say, this stuff is pretty unique. I have not ever really come across anything similar to it. So, yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Would it be good for shaker cards? If you really sealed it up, like a flat shaker maybe, you would just have to make sure it is completely, fully 100% sealed, unless you don't mind, you know, or if you're like, you know, sending a card to someone that isn't on your favorites list, you know, because they open it up and they just get glitter dumped on them. That can happen too, you know, but you can. I would use the MICA flakes more for shakers, which you can link to those too. Distress MICA flakes. These are more fun for shakers, because why not? We can talk about it. It's all good. So the MICA flakes are more literally, see, that's like the MICA flakes. These are nice for shakers, because just wait, if I close the lid, whereas the glitter didn't really sound like nothing, you know. It's not going to really make, I still sometimes will add it to a flat shaker, but these make for a nice shaker. You found them? Yep. So yeah, MICA flakes, those are also nice for Christmas cards because they're chunkier and more, yeah. Glitter, MICA flakes. So yeah, options. Can't go wrong with options. So all that to say, let's start mucking around and making things and all the fun things. So first off, I do this, and then I do this, as I'm still figuring out. We will zoom out a little bit. Okay, I did a little pre-work on some backgrounds. I used distress watercolor paper. I used, oh, I left it in the other room. The CZ Design Just Batty stencil. And then I used, that was the other announcement, black opaque texture paste has been officially added to the regular distress line with Ranger. It is no longer limited edition just for Halloween. That made my day, because I love me some black texture paste. This stuff's amazing. So, and yes, we've discussed it in other lives and stuff. You can tint paste a lot. Not getting into that in this video, but black texture paste, yes, love. So I did that just so that these could be all nice and dry before I started mucking around and fiddling with these to make them look how I want to look. So we'll see, because I pulled out MICA Stencil sprays, because we're gonna do some shimmery spray mucking. I don't know. Chris is your Mario. He is. He kind of is. He's not as chatty as Mario, but yeah, he gets her done. So yeah. And then to make this even, if you didn't watch Tim's lives, this is gonna look really weird with these, but trust the process. I never would have thought of this. So Distress Oxide spray in cracked pistachio. We'll see where this goes. But first off, all these dudes need a good shaking. Like I say, the gravity does its effect, and all of the mica settles to the bottoms of these containers. So they always need to be shaken up really, really, really well. You need to hear the mixing ball in them. And if you don't hear the mixing ball in them, more often than not, it's just embedded in the mica, so you just gotta shake the devil out of it. So yeah, we're gonna shake these out so that I get all the mica dispersed before I start spraying and mucking and having all the fun. Because yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a couple backgrounds. Yeah, because yeah, see, you can see that's all mica sitting at the bottom. So you want to shake the devil out of these to get all the mica dispersed. And yes, when I'm working with them, I keep them on their sides. That was another Tim Holtz trick. It just makes it easier to, you still shake them up as you're working with them, but when I'm working with them, I keep them on their sides. When they're stored behind me on a shelf upright. I do not store these on their sides because the last thing you want is for these things to leak. Like, not fun. So, yeah. Keep them on their sides when you're working with them and just makes it easier so that it's not like solidified to the bottom. The red one, that's the new one. That's Yuletide. That one was part of the holiday release from, I think came out last month. I just took the packaging off of this. I haven't even used it yet, but I was like, ooh, maybe adding a bit of red to this background would be super, super fun. Has anyone noticed how the mica spray absorbs ink? I had a hard time stamping on it. Yeah, oh yeah. If you want to stamp on top of anything with a shimmer, you need archival ink or VersaFine clear ink, something that is meant for multiple surfaces. And even then, you're going to have a hard time with it showing up because it's the shimmer is interfering with the ink. And you're going to need to, if you stamp and heat emboss, you'll get the best sort of impression, but heat embossing on top of stuff you've sprayed really heavily can get a little iffy. So, yeah. Okay. These are all shaken up. Shaken, shooken, fun, fun, fun. So, oh, and I threw them all on the floor because, you know, that's what we do. Okay. Let's lay out the flower sack cloth. Just so I don't make as much of a mess. And I've got backgrounds, and like I said, these have dried, which is wonderful. Oh, I'm gonna need this. Okay. Okay. This one is a mess. Be careful with all these lids because they are, some of them are filthy, which is fine. Okay. Okay. I got my heat tool to help just speed up the drying. Let's just muck and see what happens. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. Let's do some mulled cider. Let's do some bubbling cauldron. And some fallen acorn. And yeah, Yuletide. Oh yeah. Add a little more orange. And a little more of the bubbling cauldron. Yeah. And then just because we can add a little bit more water. And then you can tilt it and let it just do its thing. Yep. And we'll take a little bit of that. Do a little bit of, as Tim calls, editing. Kind of sop up some of the excess. Just because we can. Truth. Let me move these down. Yep. Truth. It will eventually be as filthy as the previous one. I still haven't washed the previous one because I haven't had time. Okay. So then, if we do a little bit of water splotches. And again, first kind of mop up the excess. Now let's do a little bit of water splotches. And then are the Simon flower sack cloths different from the usual flower sack cloths? No, same stuff. Simon carries, Simon Says Stamp just carries things to make things more convenient. But they are the exact same ones. They're just unbleached, pure 100% cotton flower sack cloths. And that's where I've ordered mine. And yeah, I've got extras. Look at it. That's shimmery. Now, oxide spray. Same concept. All the pigment settles to the bottom. So I should have had this on its side before I started, but I forgot because, you know, is what it is. So same thing though. You need to shake the devil out of these before you use them because you want to make sure everything is shaken up really, really, really well. Yep. So then, I'm not using it as a spray. I'm just going to do a little bit of splatter with it. So this is cracked pistachio. Which, like I said, I never in a million years would have thought of doing those. And then Tim did it, and I was like, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. I wait till there's a pile of inky towels before washing them. Same. And that's also why I'm holding off, because I'm not going to wash my like ink covered cloths and towels with anything else because there's probably going to be quite a bit of and I don't want to get my clothes or anything else in the house stained. So yeah, how fun is that? And that took me, what, 5 minutes maybe? Not very long. No, everything like Tim says. It takes longer when you're talking, but a few sprays, a little bit of splatter, and we got ourselves a super funky background. Can't go wrong. So let's do it again, because I did too. So, and I already managed to get oxide on it. Whatever. Let's do we'll use the same colors and everything just because. So that was Bubbling Cauldron and Fallen Acorn. And then Mulled Cider. And then a bit of that Yuletide, which I'm not even that big of a red person, but man. Yeah, get a big old splotch of it on there. I need to put more of that green again. I really, really, really like Bubbling Cauldron. Whatever works. Do that. Add a bit of water. Let it all kind of run around a bit. Because why not? Yeah, that like drippy effect, especially with the red, it's like creepy and gross. Love it. Love it. We'll sop up a little bit off of this little bat. Just cause. Yes. Okay. No. This is the Ranger Heat It craft tool. You can technically heat emboss with it. I don't recommend it. It takes longer. I've talked about this before, but for those unaware, with this tool, it disperses heat. It gets to the same temperature as a heat embossing tool, but it disperses the heat in a wider area, so that's why it's so nice for drawing. Whereas an actual embossing tool directs the heat, like right at where you want to heat emboss, and it's way faster. Heat embossing with this takes forever. Hey, Simon. Simon Hurley's in the house. I still have so many projects I need to do with Simon's released some lunar paste. Gorgeous. And there's a new stencil set, and there's stamp sets from I have things coming this week. Anywho, yeah. So many fun things. So many fun things. Not enough time. Okay. So we can just kind of mop up some of the excess there, and then do some little splattery goodness. So yeah, I will probably be heat embossing my sentiments later, so then we'll show the other heat tool. I keep them both handy and for different things. Yeah, and then let's add some of that cracked pistachio splatter. Supposed to be filming, but I'm procrastinating. Yup. Hear that? I am a professional procrastinator. It's what I'm best at. Let's add some splatter. Really, can you ever add too much? No. No. Isn't it though? God, I love these sprays. They're so fun. So fun. Lunar pastes are fun. Can't go wrong with them. And yeah, Simon's latest ones, they're like neutrals, and they're pretty. Like, I have them all sitting in the pack. September kind of took it out of me. I haven't had time to even so much as think yet still, but they're pretty. I'm gonna dab up that one because good enough. So yeah, 2 backgrounds in not a whole lot of time with the exact same colors, the exact same technique, completely different. You know? How fun is that? And they're shimmery. In fact, where's my phone? Yeah, it works. Okay. Look at it. Look at it. Seriously, we can just sit here and do this for like an hour. That would be entertaining. Chris is just rolling his eyes at me. I lost my assist and he quit.
Yeah.
You don't get paid enough for this. Yeah. So very fabulous. So fun. And yes, because people are going to ask, I do not seal my backgrounds ever. I don't care. I don't care. Does the mica rub off? Sometimes. In fact, this actually is doing really well. It depends on what you are spraying on too. Like I said, I did distress watercolor paper with these, so they can handle quite a bit. If you do a ton, or you've done like say a whole bunch of layers, like you were using sprays and spray stains and then added mica, you know, if you overdo it, sometimes there's nothing left to soak in and it's all just kind of sitting on the surface. And if you find that you just the slightest touch and you're just getting like stuff wiping everywhere, there's just too much. You can then, if you want to use a spray sealant, you totally can. Krylon makes a good one. I don't even have it, or I used to, and because I just don't bother. Technically microglaze, but when you're dealing with things with like shimmer and stuff, doing that can a lot of times change the look of it, but it's still another option. But for me personally, I just don't bother. And like Tim says, don't lick your artwork. You know, just, even though sometimes it's tempting. It does look yummy, but don't eat it. But yeah, like, I'm not getting any transfer. Like, my hands are dirty from just the actual, like, spray, you know, when I was doing it, but, like, it's not coming off. So, yeah. Yeah. If you find that it's like, oh, you just brushed against it and you've got, like, this swath of shimmer, you've just overdone it and it happens. But, yeah. Distress, watercolor paper. Other watercolor papers will work, too, depending. A lot of times when I'm using specifically distress products, they're all meant to work together. You know, like that's literally how it was all figured out and done. So then I stick to that. So when I'm working with like distress inks, distress oxides, mica stains, yada, 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 I'll use this, you know, heavy stock, etc. because it's meant to work together. So then I don't have to think about it. You know, will other things work? More often than not, yeah. But yeah, because certain watercolor papers can get a little bit finicky. Depending on like the sizing on them and different things. But that's also where you can just take what you've got, cut some smaller pieces, or do A2 panels, or cut some smaller pieces and experiment, you know, spray some things, add some inks, do whatever it is you want to do, test it out, and then see what happens. Because more often than not, it's all going to work, you know? So let me clean up. The other thing you want to do also with your mica stain sprays, oxides, anything with like a pigment or a shimmer, is wipe off those nozzles. I've never bothered. I've heard some people actually, ooh, see, look at that. I'm going to be murdered.
Oh. Well, we'll get some bleach and not call the cops this time.
Get some bleach, not call the cops this time. You're awful. I didn't do nothing. I'm innocent. Anyway, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought with the murder. Oh, I've heard some people after they use these literally like take these off and soak them in water. I've never bothered. I've never had a problem. I've had these clog a couple times. And that was because, you know, I didn't shake it up very well. It got a blump. But that's when I take, and I'm not going to do it with this color because I'm going to make an absolute mess. But if you get them clogged, because it can happen, is I take them off. This portion, and I'm not going to do it on camera, but this little like tube, you can pull it out. And I've pulled it out, and I'll like stick this in hot water. Because, like, you can see sometimes, this is just liquid, but sometimes it's just a little clog. And, yeah, so in hot water. And then if it still doesn't work, I'll take this whole piece, rinse it in hot water, and I'll even put this, like, in hot water and, like, keep spraying it till I clean it out. But I've literally only had to do that once. So, basically, if you shake it up really well every time you use it, and then wipe things off, take care of it, it's good to go. And if worst absolutely comes to worst and it's just like this thing is not redeemable, it's completely just done for, Ranger does sell replacement pieces. I have a couple that I keep just in case. And yeah, same thing. I've had to do that like once. Actually like replace because I clogged it so bad and I forget. I think it was an oxide spray. It was something. I forget which one I did, but I broke it. It happens. So anyhow, let me clean up my mess before we go on to the actual fun stuff. And yeah, now I'm stained. I'm stained. It is what it is. So anyhow. At least you have a partner that supports you. Yeah, he'll help bury the body if necessary. You know, again. Again. Shut up. We are not confessing to anything. That is not what these lies are for. It's always a good sign in a relationship, not a red flag at all. We support each other in all circumstances. Anyway, yeah. This comes out, oh, there's like different, but all I do with like when I get really like covered in ink and everything else, ink. Only ink. I just take a loofah and just a soap. It also, like, when you shampoo your hair, because it's the same sort of concept. So I just, yeah, take a loofah and do a good thing. Ranger does sell a scrubby, and I've talked about this in videos as well. That thing is torture. It is like a pumice stone on steroids. It is literally, like, you have to be so careful with it. It's, if you want to remove, if you've got calluses, that thing is probably, like, better than any pedicure tool I've ever used. You have to be very gentle with it. It will literally, like, remove layers of skin. So I don't use it for stuff like this. Just a loofah, a little bit of soap, and we'll be good. Anyway, there's the backgrounds. We did backgrounds. And then I have to use this guy again. This set came out with the limited edition Halloween kit. The kit is sold out. Everything else is available individually. And this set, I've used it. I did a mixed media video. What was that, a week ago? A little over a week ago? I don't even remember anymore. I don't know what date it is. Anyway. I used some of the elements from it. And then I ordered the die set because I wanted the coordinating dies for these guys. Because you guys know, I love having them. So I ordered the die set because I didn't get them. And before I went live, I snipped them all apart. Because this die set is enormous. Because they have dies for everything in this set. So I was like, love. So I wanted to use this little dude, and I really like the concept of this little coffee cup and like PSL for pumpkin spice latte, and might include some other guys. We'll see. I'm not sure. I have a rough idea. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah. I wash my hair twice and condition it. Usually gets even alcohol ink off my hand. Yeah. Because it's that, like, the friction of, like, washing hair. So that's why a loofah works just as well. And you can pretty much remove all of the things, you know, all the staining and stuff. So, like, all this is going to come off. It just looks a little gross, but whatever. MISTI. Oh, interesting. Look how far behind my iPad is with the live stream. It's like 20 minutes behind. Weird, eh?
Should probably just pause it.
Yeah, it's struggling. I don't know why. I was doing it just to kind of keep up, but the chat seems to be working really well. So, yeah, we'll just shut that off so it's not annoying me. Go away. No. There you go. Okay. We're good. We're good. So, okay. I don't like using magic erasers. We use them here and there in the house. I don't recommend using them on your skin at all. Ever. I will never recommend using those on your skin. We use them here and there more on the walls, you know, just marks and things like that, but I do not recommend using that kind of stuff on your skin. But you do you, and if it works, that's great, but I just will not recommend it. Okay, I was gonna do yeah, this will work. Just some white cardstock, and I'll just chop it down. I might still use that piece too. And then, yeah. Okay. So we want the little mummy dude. And I want... He's going to be carrying... I thought it'd be kind of cute because the way his arms are out, I was like, he could be like maybe carrying a big giant to-go pumpkin spice latte. That I'm probably going to heat emboss so I don't need to stamp it. What do I want? We could probably do the ghosty. Why not? We could add him to the collection. I was kind of hoping I could flip this and stamp it twice, but I'll probably just need to get a second piece of cardstock. And then these dudes, I don't know what I want to do with them yet. Maybe we'll add... Why not? Because that doesn't take very long to color. We'll start with that, which means I need a second piece because I'm doing 2 cards because, you know, old habits die hard. Let me grab... This'll work. Let's just do this. Make my life a little easier. larger piece, same cardstock, and then I can just go like this, like this, like this. Yeah. Because in everything else, if I want those images, I would heat emboss them or do something else with them. Yeah, that's all I want to color. So, just stick them on there. Perfection. Okay. I'm probably going to do the Raven, but I'm not going to stamp him like this. I have an idea for the Raven, but he'll come in handy a little later. But I'm not going to stamp him with the intense black ink that I'm going to use, because I'm going to do some really simple Copic coloring on these guys. So the Raven's got, there are plans for him. He has a purpose. So we'll ink these guys up. And then stamp them. And we'll stamp them twice to get a good crisp impression. You made it. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Yes. And then we can just flip this around so I can stamp everything a second time. Do you have a recommendation for a black brush marker for die cut edges? Oh yeah, you will have to just go Memento TUXEDO here. You can look it up on there, but it'll be actually, if you click on my Copic's list, just go down. No, inside the list. Go down. The categories, you know, I've set up. The tags or whatever. No. No. You clicked off of Simon again. You need to leave that there. That one. Scroll down. Yep. That one. He's learning. My intern is learning. Now, no, just empty, hit enter. Memento Tuxedo Black. There it is. Now give me my marker back, please. He did it. He'll put it in the chat. Memento Tuxedo Black marker. This is the same one I've used for like 10 plus years, however long it's been. That is the one I use for edging my die cuts, if I do fussy cut, or when I do paper piecing, anything like that. I much prefer, I'm like forgetting where I am. I much prefer this. I do not like using alcohol-based markers to do edging, because alcohol-based markers, the nature of them is to just go, you know, so if you're not really careful and you're edging a die cut with an alcohol-based marker, it can bleed right past the lines, and then you're going to get like furry little looking edges. And so yeah, Memento Tuxedo Black marker, always the way to go. What's the difference between mica spray versus mica stain? It's the same thing. There is no difference. It's literally Distress mica stain in a spray bottle. There is no different. There's no different product. It's the same thing. Teaching the tech guy. He is, and he learns quick. It's all good. It's also teaching him like my very messed up brain space, because all the things I have set up behind the scenes, like I've never had to explain that to anyone before. He picks up quick though, thankfully. So it's all good. But yeah, I do also have a link below the video. Oh, I forgot to add those. That's what I forgot to do before I went live.
You didn't add any links to the video?
No. So you'll just have to keep doing it for me, babe. Anyway, I do have one set of links below the video. I knew there was something I forgot. Good Lord. Anyway, to my most used tools, I set up a list when I started doing lives because I get asked that a lot. And a lot of the things I use tool-wise are linked in that list directly below the video. And then after the video's over, the supply list, all the things will be in the description box below. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Whatever. Whatever.
It happens.
Yeah, I got just too many things on my plate. So yeah. Look, a man who can learn.
Rare breed.
Yep, very rare breed. Yep. Okay, let's get these guys back on their backing sheet so that I no lose them, because that would no be fun. Raven will wait for later, because I want to quickly color these, which won't take very long, because mummies are quick and easy, ghosts are quick and easy. All of it's going to be quick and easy. So, okay. It's linked in the most used tools below the video. I use Simon's Ultra Clean spray cleaner. Use Simon's Ultra Clean. I also like Brutus Monroe's. I can't remember if I linked to both of them or not in there. I have to like go through it, but yeah. Okay, let's take. We want that and that. Need some warm grids for the mummy. We're gonna go deep orange for 907. Still might do a little bit of a 4. Yeah. Do some oranges. Just wait. I have a couple of them. Okay. Actually, the mica sprays that aren't stains. That's a different, that word that you're getting into, like, splitting hairs. Distress mica stains are distress mica stains. There's 36 of them. There's no, that's it. That's it. The only other thing is the old, they're still available. Distress spray stains. The ones that actually have, because they're like Tim Holtz did an antique bronze, tarnished brass, and there was 2 other ones. But these have been on the market forever. These ones technically, yes, are just clear liquid. And then the mica is got the color, it's colorant and mica. Whereas these have, that's why they say stain on them, etc. But yeah, these are spray stains. It's getting into a little meh. But I don't really reach for these as often. They're pretty, but they're not, they don't give the same effect. So, but yeah. Tim Holtz Distress Mica Stains. These little dudes. They're great. They're great. They're great. So, anywho's. Warm grays, oranges, possibly a little bit of that color. Need some yellows for the, we'll do 17. Let's do a couple for that. And then a little cool gray for the white areas. Orange, tiny little bit of brown. We'll do E27 and 29. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to add some green. I was going to do the wrap for this little guy green. So let's do that color, and that color. Okay. A little bit of Copic coloring. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to keep it simple because the images themselves are simple and yeah. So I stamped these guys onto Simon's Smooth White cardstock because that's just what I've used for years now for all of my Copic coloring. Nina Classic Crest Solar White is also, of course, a very popular and very good option. I used that stuff for years too. Either one's gonna work. And then there's also all kinds of other white cardstocks out there that a person can use. Yeah. But the nice thing about Halloween and mummies is you don't need to be neat with it. I'm glad. I love the mica stain sprays. They're fun to play with, and I just like having them on display too. Although I still have to, that's another thing on my to-do list, is I still have to move a bunch of things around to make space for the 12 new colors that came out this year, because we weren't expecting that. And yeah, I ran out of space. Yep. If we do that, and then I also thought we'll add in a few little dots here and there. Yeah. Just so he kind of goes with the background. In fact, I can zoom in a bit. The magic. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So we'll just do some little dotty dots. And you know, I'm not even going to bother blending any of this out. He's cute just as he is. Let's add some green to him too. So we'll do a little bit of Isn't he cute? You've taught me that Halloween cards don't need to be perfect. No cards need to be perfect, but yeah. Halloween is much more freeing in a weird way just because it's like, it's supposed to be messy. It's supposed to be dirty and grungy and whatever. Like, have fun with it. Like, one of the many reasons why I like making Halloween cards. There's no pressure. Just muck around and slap some color on and rip things, and it's therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. I love it. And who knows, maybe hopefully I can keep the, I need to add some red. Keep that going, you know? The whole sewing on cards and tearing things up and mucking around, all of it's fun. It's super fun. It's like the background has transferred onto him. That's kind of what I'm going with. You know, or maybe he did commit murder. He's too cute too, but you never know. You never know. He's so innocent looking, so maybe he gets away with it. And yes, I do make up stories for my little stamped characters. I don't know why. It's fun.
That's only natural. They're your characters.
True, I guess. Is it bad that I talk to them sometimes too? I can't help it, man. But look how cute he is. Oh, we should add some brown to him. You know, let's grunge him up a little bit more. What color do I want to add for that? like, how dark do I want to make this? Let's do just a teensy bit. Just a bit. You know, you could either, he was either rolling around in the leaves and just having a great time, or he is now escaping a crime scene. Who knows? Who knows? Really, it just depends on how dark and twisted you want to go with it. Yeah, I like that. Gives him a little extra something. Just kind of go through and add just little bits. And then last but not least, let's do a few little brown dots to him. Just ties it in again with, I'm just kind of following some of the colors I used to make the backgrounds. Yeah, I like that. It just gives him a little extra something. The cute little mummy looks the way I look after I've been using my sprays. That too. Maybe he was just having fun with MICA stain sprays, you know? Or maybe it was murder. We will never know. Okay, the mummy is done. That was quick and easy. So then the ghosty, we'll use... Actually, I'll use some warm grays on him too, just so they're kind of tied in, but I'm also gonna, yeah, I'll explain as I do it. So we'll use a little bit of that to add that bit of shading. Just very subtle. And then give him some, on that, we'll do it for this guy too. Just gonna go around his eyes with it. Just cause we can. That, and then we'll go in with a little bit of BG quadruple zero. Yep. And I'm happy with that. So then, if we do the lid, we'll use cool grays for the lid. Just, again, just cause. Cool grays are kind of my go-to. For making things look. Actually, we only need the one. I don't need to blend with that. Put that away. No tri-blends. Not today. I go back and forth between just all the things. It literally just depends on my mood. Green. Okay. We're gonna do the wrap, like I said. We'll do that in green. Okay. And we'll just... So it's YG17, so I want this one. YG25. This is going to be, like I said, pretty simple, pretty basic coloring. And then the latest shade, which was that YG03 that I used for the dotting earlier. Chris, can you post a link to the...
Intense black?
Yep. He's on it. Okay, did that one. I'll use that same E34 for the cup. Just to give it, yeah, E34. And then I need to blend that, so I will just use, let's use E53, that'll work. Just something light. But yes, you totally can do this with the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends. I have an entire playlist on my YouTube channel using the Tri-Blends. It just depends on my mood. I go back and forth between all the bajillion different coloring methods that I own, because there's a lot of them. And yeah. Just use the colorless blender to kind of push that in. Yep. Okay. Good enough with that. So then my little pumpkin dude, he's going to be YR09. Yep. Same with the candy corns. Just scribble on some of that color. And then we go into YR07. Basically, I'm like my go-to orange combo. Yes, the most used tools. List is linked below the video. I totally forgot to link or to put the links of everything I'm using below the video, but that's why Chris is here posting them in the chat. And then, like I always do anyway, when I'm done the live, I update everything, add the links below the video, social media, etc, 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 so it'll all be there. Ooh, I forgot one. I forgot that pumpkin. The small stuff, it's not as big of a deal with their easy blends. This is all fairly basic. Fairly basic coloring. There. Alrighty. Okay, so got that, and then a tiny, that stem is so tiny on the pumpkin that we'll just do a little dab of the brown. There's literally no point even attempting a blend on that. Let's do that. And then I'm actually just gonna take, why not? Since I did red on the background, like the spray background, we'll just use the red on this for the little wrap around his to-go cup. So we'll do that. And then we'll do this guy. Oh. Okay. Yellows. Gotta do yellows for our little candy corns. And yes, I saw the comments earlier about like the hatred for candy corn. Trust me, I was one of those people. I have come to the light. Candy corn, good candy corn, not cheap crap grossness, but good candy corn with good quality roasted salted peanuts. Chef's kiss. Such a good snack. I have been converted, and it is all Tim Holtz and Kathy Zielski's fault. Literally, because they're the ones that got me on it. So yeah, all the fault to them. And if you guys try it and love it, you can blame them too. Because yeah, up until that would have been last year. Up until last year, I was a person who was like, oh, I love candy corn for Halloween, like the concept of it and the colors and all the things, but I wouldn't eat that stuff if you paid me. And now I've already bought 2 bags of candy corn and the pumpkins. Because it's the same stuff, and they're delicious with Costco Kirkland brand roasted salted peanut. Favorite. Okay. Alrighty. It is. It's seriously delicious. It's the mix of like, because yeah, candy corn is just sweet, too sweet on its own. But with roasted salted peanuts, and then someone, and I haven't gone there yet, because that kind of just, the concept freaks me out, and also I'm like, I probably will love it. Didn't they say like Red Hots?
Some people will throw together anything.
I know, but they were like, oh, add Red Hots to the mix, and I was like, gross. But then I was like, but maybe? I don't know.
Where do we buy good candy corn? Pharmacy, actually.
In Canada, I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of the brand.
You want me to go look?
Yeah, you can go look, because you can just grab the bags and I'll show people. I know in the States they have, and now I can't remember, there's a couple of good brands in the States. They're impossible to get up here. I looked, and the cost to get 1 bag in Canada, it was like $35+. I will not. I like candy corn and peanut. I will not spend that kind of money. I'm not stupid. So, nope on that, but I've heard it's amazing. Whatever brand it is. Someone might even mention it in the... Yeah, oh, and adding M&Ms. Yes, that one I can do. I could, like, the thought of having, because it's like basically trail mix, really. So yeah, M&Ms, candy corn, and roasted salted peanuts.
This stuff is made in Canada, so
Yes.
I don't think it'll be available in the States.
No, but the state, they have a good, Brock's candy corn, I've heard is like really good. That one is hard to get up here. These are what I get. They're by Cottage Country. And I can literally get them at our local dollar store. It was $3 for a bag. These ones are good. And they make They make the little pumpkins too. As you can see, I've been like, but yeah, same stuff really. But yeah, we'll just save those for later. We'll just have to, oh, we have to get more peanuts because that tin is getting a little low. Anywho, okay. Okay, I've done my coloring. It always ends up on candy every time. Where's my big mug? Here it is, this one. To put my markers in so that they're out of my way. Okay. Yeah, in the States, you guys have Brock's, and I've heard it's really good. It's impossible to get up here unless we want to pay, like, for this size of a bag. Like, this is not a very big bag, you know, it's small. It's like a stupid amount of money, and I'm like, no thank you. Not spending it. Nope. Nope. We're not doing it. Okay. I can zoom out now a little bit here. Okay. So, I like the pumpkins, but not the candy corn. Not sure why. Weird. Because they're literally the exact same thing. It's the same stuff. They just make it in different shapes. That reminds me of like the kids. It's like, I don't like this kind of pasta. And it's like, it's the same.
It's the exact
it technically
stuff.
is. Although I was going to send you a meme about that. It was like a cartoon clip and it was like the Italians like losing their minds, you know, because how dare we? But it's technically the same. But the shapes I do get. Shapes of pasta, they're supposed to be different. They hold sauce differently. Yeah, I get it. But when you really break it down, it's the same thing. Anyway.
The same three ingredients.
Yes.
Butters, eggs, and flour.
Pretty much. But yes. Try arguing with some. Actually, let's just. Woo, as long as I don't lose any of them. Okay, we need that die and that die. There's our little raven. We'll deal with him in a minute. There's my candy corn and that. That's what I want for now. Okay. Oh, all of it's too sweet. Like candy corn in general is too sweet. That's why you mix it with roasted salted peanuts. I can't eat that stuff on its own. Like it's too much. But you mix it and it's like a Halloween trail mix. And then yes, that's what someone commented. That's what M&Ms with it would be perfect.
M&Ms are like you're basically making trail mix at that point.
I did. It is. It's like Halloween trail mix. You know. So yeah. I'm all for it, but we need to get some M&Ms. Okay, we're gonna die cut all our little guys here. So hold everything in place with just little bits of washi tape. And I've mentioned this before too. Regardless of what I've done, when it comes to taping down wafer dies, but especially if you've done things with like watercolors or shimmer spray, anything like that, I always tape outside the image. I try not to get any tape on the image. No matter how low tack the tape is, you are putting immense pressure on it when you're running it through a die cut machine. And at times, yes, it can tear. So I've just built a habit of I always keep the tape to the outside, and it just keeps my life easier. My son hated mashed potatoes but loved pierogies. I kept telling him pierogi guts were mashed potatoes. Truth. Truth. But again, really, I can't say anything. I can't judge. As frustrating as I get sometimes with picky, I am the pickiest eater, and I still am. I have issues. I have texture issues, all of it, and I'm at least not as bad. I was one of those kids where none of my food could touch. If it touched, it was contaminated, and you cannot eat it.
An invasion. Like the potatoes and the peas have to stay in there.
Yes, they have to stay in their respective, you know, those little plates. I loved the plates that had, like, toddler plates with the dividers.
And I always have to, like, maintain a balance of power between them, so...
Of course. Of course your food went to war, always.
Yes, every day.
You're such a boy.
The worst is with Reese's Pieces with the 3 colors.
Oh, I see. I didn't get that bad. I had someone ask me, and I'll never forget that. I was a kid, and some people might it was Smarties, but in Canada, Smarties are chocolate. They're basically like M&Ms, but better chocolate. In the States, Smarties are like rockets. They're those powdery,
powder
ugh.
stuff.
American's version of Smarties is gross. Anyway, I never. Saved up my monies, and I think it was like 50 cents back then when we were kids, like little. And I bought a box of Smarties, and the dude was like, "Oh, do you?" He's like, "I'm gonna challenge you to not eat the red because it was always do you eat the red ones last in the commercials." But he was like, and I just remember looking at the grocer, and because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna check," because I was with my grandma, and he knew my grandma, and he was like all like trying to challenge me on what colors. And I remember going home feeling like I was like holding my little box of Smarties, and I was really conflicted. And then I sat and I didn't do the challenge. I felt so guilty, but I ate them however I wanted.
That's all right.
Because I never did that. I never
really
separated them.
A thing.
It was sugar and chocolate. That's all I cared about.
You just dumped the box into your mouth.
Yeah.
Did you ever see any of the commercials for those in the 80s and 90s?
For Smarties?
Yeah.
Well, I remember that one. Like,
They were
that
tricky.
one, like, I remember that's, like, the Smarties ones, but I didn't, because I didn't have, like, television, really, so I missed out on a lot. But though that one stuck with me, because it was, as a kid, one of my favorites. I still like Smarties, but we don't get them very often.
They kind of gone downhill in the last...
Well, they've changed them. They're not as good as they used to be.
No,
And the boxes are smaller, and everything sucks more now. Anyway. Yeah, the American version's completely different. They're what we call rockets up here is what Americans call Smarties. It's so random. Chris and I have a thing about candies and snacks and like the international version of things, because people have sent us over the years different treats and snacks and things, and yeah, it's fascinating trying things that are very common in other parts of the world and just very foreign here. So, yeah. And then some things are very much the same. Like M&Ms. I actually prefer M&Ms now that I'm older. I used to think they were disgusting when I was a kid because the chocolate's more bitter.
It is.
But I prefer M&Ms now.
I can only stand the peanut ones.
I know, you like the peanut M&Ms. I'm not a fan. I don't know. Again, I don't know why. I think it's a texture thing. It's weird.
They have the Milk Duddy ones now. You ever try those?
Milk Duds with peanuts?
No, Milk Dud M&Ms.
Weird. They come out with too much bizarre crap. I don't have time for any of it.
Paydays are an equivalent.
Oh yeah, because payday bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't think I've ever actually had one.
I have to take a look at it and what's inside.
Yeah. It might trigger a memory.
To see what we... Where's the caramel bar? We have something like... We have O. Henry's.
Yeah, paydays are not a thing in Canada. The only way you can get some of those sorts of things is we do have some specialty candy shops here and there that import stuff. But yeah, paydays are not a thing in Canada.
I think
but
O. Henry's are the same thing.
Same sort of idea, yeah.
But it's wrapped in chocolate, and I don't know what the paydays are.
Yeah, I like O. Henry. Darn, we always get on to food and candy in my lives, and I'm always like, I'm hungry. Anywho.
Canadian Kit Kats are way better than American ones, but Japanese Kit Kats are...
Japanese Kit Kats are especially the matcha latte. Oh, if you can get your hands on the real ones, not... Because there's two versions. With Japanese Kit Kat, they have 5 million flavors. We could go on about that. But they have two versions of matcha latte Kit Kats, which I know sounds insane. But they have the Japanese version. So, like, if you find them, the packaging will be in full-on Japanese. And they're usually black, the bag. And they're very much more... They're not so sweet. Whereas they've made a Canadian version of them, which is still good. But it's so much sugar. Like, it literally is...
It's almost overwhelming.
It is kind of overwhelming, but the Japanese version, yeah, they're matcha latte Kit Kats, and oh, they're good. Like, Same thing. There's a couple stores in Alberta, in Edmonton, Calgary. Those are the only places. Those Miniso type stores that carry Japanese goods.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we...
one on the west side of Saskatoon.
Oh, yeah. We've come across them every once in the city. It's just been a while. We haven't gone shopping in forever. But yeah, those ones are really good. I'm not a big fan of the crazy flavored 5 million different options. Like, if I assume Christy's probably still in the chat. Like, my first... US Target shopping, I literally stood in the cereal aisle and shook my head. I was like, this is ridiculous. You don't need 15 different flavors of Cheerios. Wow. Anyway, okay. We got our dude. And I think I'm just gonna do a little surgery. And we're just gonna go like this. Cutter bee. And it's 2 separate words. Cutter space bee. And these will pop up. Because then he can carry his little huge latte to go. So yeah. Yeah, I like that. I'm actually gonna clean up that edge. Yeah. See, now he's holding it. That works. So we'll just tape that in place. And then we'll do the same thing with this guy. And if we go like that. Yep. And then his little latte. Yep. Yep. And we'll just tape that in place too. A shopping trip to Target with Amy was interesting in this era. It was, I don't know, it was weird, man. And also it didn't help that I only had so much space in my suitcase and, I couldn't buy all the things that I wanted to buy because, man, I miss Target. Oh! Anyway, okay, we got our dudes. We got those. I still have to do... Oh, yes. Okay, I have like huge mess going on here. You're gonna have to look. Add that to my list because I'm going to be using that in a second. Just type in Glare Noir. It should pop up. Because I'm pretty sure Simon still carries that. Use that. I told you guys I had plans for the Raven. Yeah, I'll do just the Raven. I'm gonna use the PSL, but that one I'm gonna do on orange probably. And then we'll do this sentiment on black. I got ideas. Did you find it? Use this 598N. No. No. I'll look later. I'll look later because they can't. If I swear if they removed it, I'm gonna like cry. All my plans. Whatever. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it later. Okay. Well, Nocturne is still on there. I know that because that's what I'm going to use for this guy. Okay. Black glitter embossing powder. We do not have a link at the moment. I might have to do some searching. Either that. Yes, that's the ink I'm going to use. Weird. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Which is now going to be heat embossing with a heat embossing tool. I have plans for the Raven. Yes! I told you guys I did. Everyone wanted me to use the Raven. I'm gonna use the Raven. I just wasn't gonna... He's not gonna be a plain Raven. Like, what do you guys take me for? Seriously. Like, he's gonna be flashy and blingy and amazing. You just gotta keep... Go open up, like, Simon Says Stamp, the actual store. And then type in Glitter Noir. Scroll down. No! Just do black glitter. Ugh. Okay. Scroll down. Nope. Keep scrolling. That's a paste, isn't it? Yeah. No way. Oh, why? Okay, scroll up. What is that WoW one? Scroll down that WoW one.
WoW glitter black linked regular.
Yeah, use that. It'll be similar. I have no control over products. Ever. I have no control. It's probably discontinued, but WoW embossing powders, which we've talked about in other lives, are amazing. So it's good. It's fine. It's fine. Chris will link to it. But yeah, black glitter embossing powder. Super fun. Loves it. I'm going to stamp the Raven in black. VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink because yes. That will give me the best impression. Doesn't even need to be stamped perfectly. And then we shall cover him with black glitter embossing powder. Tap off the excess. Funnel this back into the container so that I do not knock it over with my elbow. Put lid on so I do not knock over. How dare truth. Seriously, one of my favorite embossing powders. Anyway, now we melt. Told you guys I had a plan for the Ravens. Yep. 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 Okay. Okay. This is what happens though when I forget to link all the random things ahead of time, yada yada yada, because then I would have known that and I could have just had everything ready to go. But yeah, WoW makes amazing embossing powders too, so it's fine. It's fine. Here's my little Raven die. So yeah, coming in late. Well, hello. Yeah, I love my black sparkle embossing powder. I've had this container for years. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, brands do discontinue things. Because I usually only pull it out during Halloween for the most part, for whatever reason. But yeah, WoW makes amazing ones. I can't keep up with all the things, and I don't have space for all the things. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Leanne. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Is that true that it's better to heat emboss from the back first for glitter embossing powder? Honestly, it depends. You know, it just depends on so many things. If you keep having issues that you go, because again, heat tools and glittery type things, and even just emboss powder in general, if you find that the minute you're like aiming your heat tool at something and it's just going everywhere, heat from underneath. Let me show another. So it's like you stamped your image, you got it on there, and you go like this with your heat tool, and it just goes poof. Definitely heat from underneath. It honestly, it just depends. But the chunkier the embossing powder, or yes, some if they've got glitters in them, just because there's a million different versions out there now from all the different brands with a million different things. But yeah, if they've got like chunks or glitters and things like that, generally underneath with this stuff, you guys saw me, I just blast it. It's fine. It also can depend on your heat tool, you know, because some heat tools just take longer. It's just the type of heat tool they are. And if your heat tool just takes longer to heat emboss, it does help to go underneath. It works. It does work. I just don't really ever feel the need. But I used to back in the day, but I think sometimes my heat tool just wasn't as good, or yeah, if you let it sit for too long, because like depending on what I'm doing, I've shown that I will stamp an image, add embossing powder, and I'll do multiples before I, batch heat them all at once. And sometimes if you let it sit for too long, the ink is starting to dry, so it's not holding on to that embossing powder, so it's just going. And I know I missed a question. There we go. If I have things on my wish list for Simon, if I click on a link from you and then put the things in my cart, do you get credit? Yes. And it doesn't even have to be, I mean, as soon as I pressed the button, it was like my brain shut off. It doesn't even have to be like a specific item. When it comes to affiliate links, it's like, oh, if you got a cart full and you want to give a creator the credit for it, the affiliate for it, go click on one of their affiliate links before you check out. You don't even have to add that item to the cart. You can just like click on it, go back to your cart, do whatever you want to do, order whatever you want, check out. Whoever's link you clicked on will get the credit for it, which is always very much appreciated. And yeah, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to order a specific thing, and you don't have to use like a link for every single item either. One click is more than enough. Bit of trivia. Brutus Monroe's black glitter embossing powder is called Raven. Oh, of course it is. I need to try his embossing powders. I don't think I have any of his embossing powders. I've heard good things. I know they're amazing. I just don't think I have any. Okay. I was like getting sidetracked. Okay. So yeah, we got our glittery dudes. Got these dudes. And then I got a couple of sentiments that I want to do. And I'm going to do this one in orange and maybe this one in green. Or do I want to do this one in green? I don't know what I'm doing. Just grab a couple scraps and be done with it. A little scrap bin. I don't have a link for this because I know it's going to get asked. Kathy Zielski has these downloads on her website. That's what I did. I followed the Kathy Zielski School of Organization, and I downloaded these and printed them onto just cheap paper. I don't even know if I did cardstock. I don't remember. And then I laminated them. And then this is an IKEA bin. A little IKEA. I don't even know what it's called. But this is where I keep a lot of my scraps. So, don't have links, but you go to Kathy Zielski's fabulous website. And yeah, she's done it. Although I keep meaning I need to message her because I was like, there's a couple that I need you to do for me. so that everything matches. Anyway. Ooh, that color will work. Yeah, let's do that for that sentiment. And then I got this little scrap that'll work for that sentiment. Perfection. And I knocked over whatever. Okay. So let's just use a couple of blocks for these guys. Okay. My sentiments. Boop. Okay. And then for these, I'll use just white embossing powder. Where do I want to use black? No, I'm going to use the black again. I'll use the black for this, I'll use the white for that one. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Anti-static powder. We'll do that. And then we'll just use the black glitter again. Why not? Instead of clear, we'll use this. Might lose a tiny bit of the detail. I didn't even realize the frame of that. It's got like detail to it, but meh. Yep, that works. Okay. Okay. Yep. Perfection. Okay, so we did that one. And then this sentiment, this one? Oh, it has its own wafer die too. Perfect. So I can just stamp it. I don't have to worry about it being straight. And this one we'll stamp with clear embossing ink. PSL means pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, it has become quite the thing when fall arrives. I actually still haven't had one this season. I used to love them. I find them to be just like gross at this point in my life. There's too much. Although usually if I go and get one now from Starbucks, I get it half sweet because it's just like, oi. But yeah, I like pumpkin spice flavor things within reason. It's kind of become overkill. Like, pretty sure there's pumpkin spice Cheerios.
There is.
Yep. Just nope. Although I will say, and I've told Chris this many times, he's probably sick of the story. For like 1, maybe 2 years max, there were pumpkin spice Oreos. Oh, they were so good. So good. Life-changing. Absolutely wonderful. Haven't seen them since, and that was like 10 years ago. And I still check every time fall rolls around. We go down the cookie aisle, and I check to see if pumpkin spice Oreos have come back. Although those celebration ones we picked up on sale, very close.
Very close.
They're good. They're very good. So anyway, that's about the only like pumpkin spice stuff I actually like. The rest of it, I'm like, dudes, way too much. Okay. Got those. Okay. Move some of that extra or excess anti-static powder, and then we've got to die cut these as well. I don't know why I saved that. I didn't need that. Okay. Now to find. Is that this one? Yep. Yep. Perfection. And there was an oval dot. There it is. Yep. 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 There we go. That's what I needed. I just got pumpkin spice Oreos this year, but I'm in the States. I know. Sometimes, like, you guys get, like, some of the good things. Apparently, like, Canadians can't get it. Who'd have thunk? Whatever. I will suffer. Chris, apparently you can get pumpkin spice Oreos still in the States.
Oh my. Well.
Amy's sad now.
Looks like I'm making a trip to Minneapolis.
Yeah. Just for pumpkin spice Oreos. Honestly, though, if we could, if it wasn't such a long drive to go down the States, so I could hit up Target and the Container Store. Oh.
It's all in Minneapolis. Only 17 days.
17 days.
Away.
Yeah, no. Nope. No road trips for us. Anyway. Besides the fact that's just that the time and the cost regardless. It's like, yeah, I might love these things, but I'm also not going to spend like a fortune. A fortune and like 4 days worth of driving. No, thank you. Anyway. Walmart in Canada has the pump.
Well, have to go check, I guess.
We'll have to go to Walmart. we never go. We're like literally we go like once every 6 months. It's not somewhere we shop very often because it's not conveniently located near us at all. And the last time we were there, like they were missing everything.
Yeah.
Like, but I also think because they were doing like renos or something. I don't know. Anyway, the neighbors need to let their dog in. It's being annoying. Anyway. Okay. Got my 1 sentiment. Die cut the other sentiment. Let's get him lined up here. And that was upside down. Let's try that again. There we go. Good. And there we go. No, don't need to run it again. Not yet, anyway. Okay. Okay. Get you in your place. You in your place. Walmart ships, just saying. I don't order online from them. I did during during the pandemic and stuff, but I hate shopping on their website. It is a nightmare. It irritates me beyond everything. And on top of it, because they carry a bunch of like garbage on there. Like it's not just what they carry in the store. Their website has just like it's wading through. It's like, is this an actual product or is this just, I don't even know. Not a fan. Not a fan. So yeah. Okay. Okay. That guy can get out of the way. Okay, get those out of the way. So now we got sentiments, backgrounds, images. We can actually, I think, start putting a card together. Let me move my wafer dies so I don't lose them. Shipping in Canada is so much more expensive than the States. Oh yeah. We are a big country with a fairly small population. So stuff costs a fortune to ship here or to get here depending on all the things. Okay. We got like these little dudes. This little dude. I don't know what I want to do. If we do that. Put that on top of there. He's gonna like sit on his, no, he's gonna sit there. He can just kind of be peeking out maybe? Maybe? Is that what I want to do? Yep, and then I'm going to sew around the edges. I'm going to sew around the edges and rough them up because that's what I like doing now. Because I'm like such a mixed media professional now. That's going to make for some... This is going to get interesting. You guys won't even be able to see what I'm doing for the most part. But yeah, I sew on cards now. Alright. This is my new home. Is it Genome? Some of you told me, and I already forgot. I think that's how you pronounce it. I always pronounced it Genome, but apparently it's Genome. That's what I've been told anyway. But yeah, I got this dude. Very affordable, for one. Because you sure as heck don't need anything fancy when it comes to if all you want to do is sew on cards. There's also a, and I used to have it, was the Genome Sew Mini machine, which is like super cheap. And I gave that to one of my kids because they used it a lot for actual sewing. So I had to get myself a different machine. And again, in Canada, the Genome Sew Mini is stupidly expensive to get up here. In fact, when I got mine originally, like 15 years ago, I had to jump through some ridiculous hoops. So I have no other tips or techniques or things to share when it comes to sewing on cardstock because I just turn it on and run it through. That's it. Genome. Yes. Okay. It is a Genome. So, but yeah, I has no skills or anything to share. I just sew. That's it. That's all I do. So, let's just do this. And then we twist. And then the other thing I do is I purposely make it wonky. So it makes things less stressful. Trying to sew in a straight line is actually very difficult for me. And then let's do two. Let's do 2 rows because it makes it more fun. Oop. I already broke a thread. Good job, Amy. Yeah. So yeah. I'm getting better at it. Like, yeah. Okay, let's do this a second time. It's fun. I haven't sewn on a card in years. It's fun. I warned you guys. I'd be doing this. Like, once I get back into something and I fixate on it, yeah. And it is. There's something satisfying about sewing on cards. I don't know what it is, but I just enjoy doing it. Back him out just a little bit. Yep. And then we turn. Well, I'm glad you're not lurking. It's fun. But those that do lurk, nothing wrong with it. Let me back up a tiny bit. There we go. Turn. In there. There we go. Okay. I literally have to like basically take this apart in order to put it away. Because I have nowhere else to keep it. So let me put him away so I don't break him. Okay. And because I know I'm going to use it, you'll have to go under my most used tools. What am I saying? Ooh, I found a sucker in my pocket. Speaking of candy. This dude. Scroll down and you'll see it. It should be near the top. Where are you going?
It's in your most used tools.
No. Under my main thingy. Like under the main list. Go back into, no, under the main list, like in it, edit it. Then go down, then go into most used. We're good. It's all good. Okay. There it is. Yes, that thing. My little Tim Holtz distresser. Because, yeah. Hello. Yeah, the only sewing I do is on cards. I've done sewing in the past, like very basic sewing. It was never really my forte. I would like to get into it more and like actually like, you know, do quilting and things like that, but don't have the time, don't have the space. Maybe someday, because I think it would just, especially nowadays, there's so many like nice fabrics out there, and I would love to, but literally do not have the space for fabric and projects like that, and I don't have the time, so I just do my little bits of sewing on cards, and then I really like roughing up the edges lately, because that's also just, I don't know, I like it. Yeah, so it's all roughed up, gives it that extra little something something. And yeah. Okay. And it makes a big old mess, and I'm okay with that. So, got that one, and we'll rough up this one. Get the threads out of the way. I generally leave the threads, like, and for these I will leave them. I will have a video coming up, I forget when, in the near future, where I sew on the cards, and I roughed up the edges too, and then, but I pulled the threads to the back and like secured them to keep it a little bit cleaner, not as messy looking. It's just, yeah, depends on the mood. So yeah. Yep. I likes it. Okay, so we have got, I'm gonna take just a little bit of that off. That one, just a bit. Okay. So there, we've got our backgrounds, all their shimmery goodness, and then we got all our little dudes, and let's just adhere them with some foam squares. Where are my black foam squares? Where are the thin foam? There they are. Thin foam squares. That's what I want. That's what I want. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. If we use the cozy code, will you get the credit for the order? Yes. Because I share coupon codes for Simon Says Stamp whenever I get my hands on them. Yeah, because if I can save you guys some monies, why not? And it doesn't affect, obviously the less amount of the order, because, you know, I make just a small percentage off the order total before shipping, after codes and everything, but use those codes. Seriously. Save yourself some monies, you know, things like that. I use them. Like, yeah. When it comes to crafty purchases, heck, any purchase, I was like, if there's a coupon code, I'm going to use it. So, yeah. But yes, Cozy will get you $5 off your orders. That's Simon Says Stamp, which is always nice. Okay. These guys get all their little bits on here. Yeah. Okay, so I want to do that. And then, did I want to put some? No, I think I just wanted to like adhere that down. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's use my CRAFTY glue. Do you normally use water paper when using MICA? No, I have used like heavy stock. I'm trying to think. Like technically you can kind of use anything when you're using mica stain sprays. It depends on where you're going with them. Like to do a background like I showed in the beginning where I used 4 different sprays and water and all the things, I do recommend like Ranger's watercolor paper or just something that can handle, you know, a good amount of liquid and stuff. So watercolor paper or Ranger's heavy stock. But if you're just adding just a little, you know, little sprays here and there, you can use whatever, you know. It honestly kind of just depends on what you're trying to achieve. And like I said in the beginning though too, it is totally worth mucking around with what you got, you know, and test out different types of cardstocks, different types of watercolor papers, and seeing, you know, and then just keep track, like on the back of it, or like write it up on a little note and tape it to the back of the piece, like what you did, what you used. I still need to do that, but it helps sometimes. I've literally had to reference my own videos at times. I was like, I remember I did something, and I'd like go back to an old video and I was like, that's how I did it. Because I forget, because I posted like over 2,000 videos, I think, at this point. think it's getting close to 2,500 videos. I don't even know.
Something like that.
It's been a long time. I've done a lot of videos. I can't keep track of everything anymore. It's also why that's also why I do playlists of things I do. I do need to do a playlist and put all the videos I've done using the mica stains. Add that to the list. Make a note. Intern. Actually, I have my own post-it notes. I can do it myself.
All right.
I know you would have, but I have the post notes in the pen. Mica stain playlist. I have many playlists on my YouTube channel. Like, I don't even know how many playlists I have. There's a lot. Oy. But yes. Yeah. It does make a difference, though. Different types of papers do different types of things. Like, it makes a difference. You know, different types of papers, like certain coloring mediums don't work very well. It's like, well, you know, why am I not getting the same results or the results I'm hoping for? A lot of times it can boil down to what are you using versus what you were trying to achieve, whether you're like trying to do something like I was doing, or you were watching another maker, or you just, you know, and it literally can make a big difference. Does that mean you need to have every single type of no. I have, you know, I do this professionally, and I also just have an inner need to have lots of things and comparing things and testing things and all of it. I overwhelm myself. It's ridiculous. Okay, we're going to stick him. I don't want to stick him down yet. I want to stick where am I going to stick the little ghosty? Stick him. Because then if I do that, because he's going to be popped up like that. He's going to be sticking out. I want him over there. I kind of want him over here. I'm going to stick him over here. He's just going to be kind of peeking out because he wants to get his hands. I know, I make stories. He wants to get his hands on the pumpkin spice latte. Although this thing's big enough, he can share it with everybody. Yeah. Stick him there. Yeah, that's where I want him. And then you commit. I would use a wobbler too. Yes, and I linked to them. I know I did. They're in there, aren't they? Double check. The mini action wobblers. I think I have them already linked. Scroll up. Scroll up.
This one?
Yep. Ha! Simon has them in stock. They removed them. I don't know what was going on, and I don't know. It doesn't help too with their, like, since their new website, there have been some weird little glitches here and there. And it might be the same thing with this bloody embossing powder that Chris couldn't find earlier. It's certain things. These were not showing up, and I kept saying, I think they're out of stock, and then I thought they removed them, and then I found the link today, and there's reviews on that link from like a year ago. So I'm like, you know, so action wobblers. Yes. He reminded me because I had it linked because I was planning on using it. He's gonna bounce. Okay, this is gonna get super fun. Crap. How am I gonna do this though with the bird? I also got stuff on this. I got schmutz on it. Who cares? I got schmutz on him too. I got schmutz on whatever. They're Halloween cards. It doesn't matter. Perfection's overrated. Actually, you know what? He can sit right on top of the ghost head so that this guy can dance. We're good. We're good. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. I'm making cards using the mica stain video that you made last year with the cool moon. Fun. I know, I've done that technique so many times. And I did not invent that technique. Again, that was Stacy Hutchinson, who is one of Tim Holtz makers. She is unbelievably talented. Oh, the things she's like makes. And then, yeah, that spooky moon technique was 100% her. And total game changer. It is one of my favorite little techniques to do, and I do it every Halloween, usually multiple times. You guys have seen it already. I don't know how many videos I've done this year doing that because it's fun. It's so fun. So, yeah, and then Tim showed one in his video, his live yesterday. It was just interesting. Just, yeah, he like ink blended around the perimeter. and then sprayed it with water, and just the way it looked, I was like, I never would have thought to do that again. It's just, I got ideas. I got too many ideas and not enough time. Anyway. Mummies are kind of schmutzy to begin with. Yeah, and I added spots to him. I assume there's probably some gunk on the cutting plates or the magnet plate when I cut these, but who cares? Who cares? Perfection's overrated. Okay, so he's gonna hang out with him, just like that. Love it. Love it. Yeah, he's getting a ride on the ghost. So let's stick him on him. Love the spooky moon technique. It's so much fun. It is, and it looks different every single time. It's super duper fun. Okay, so then we got this dude. He will be going there. And then, so then now, because I was originally going to put him here, so now I'm not going to put him here. I might put him, just kind of tuck him under there. Or that. Because that'll leave him free. Yep, that works. I'm okay with this. Just kind of move some things around to make this work. No, I'll put the candy corn on top. I love the dainty ghost video you did for Trina. I'm so sad it's out of stock. I didn't think it would be that popular, and I know the owner of Tunisia that owns Trinity Stamps. Yeah, apparently there was a lot of orders for that wafer die. She's a very tiny company. Like, it's basically just her and maybe like one or two other people. So when it comes to especially things like wafer dies, there are minimums at play, and you can't just like restock. Like, they can't just be like, oh, we just want like 10 more. You know, you have to have a large quantity of things to when you restock, etc. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's been restocked since I did that video. It might have, and it might have sold out again, because it was also just popular, not just because of me. It was a cute wafer die, but it is a little bit one of those things where that's, you know, where people are like, yeah, really hard to get your hands on things for a while. These are tiny companies, a lot of the brands that I use, and being able to restock a lot of the items is not a simple process. So yeah, it was a super cute wafer die. And with that though, if you click, you know, on the Simon site or the Trinity site, etc., to get notified when it comes back in stock, I'm pretty sure, I'm speaking just from what I'm aware of generally, but usually they notice that, because it's like, oh, if there's like 50 people waiting for a certain product, like, then whatever store knows, it's like, okay, a lot of people want this. Like, obviously it's not a guarantee that every single person's going to order it when it does come back in stock, but if people are waiting for it, it helps kind of give the incentive to try and get it in faster. It's just the logistics of it all, and this is why I don't run a business, because I don't want to deal with that. Okay, got everything adhered. Yes. Now we need to stick. Oh, and I already put foam squares though on the back of all of this. This is going to be fun. Okay, I need to. I knew there was something I was forgetting as I was doing this. This is going to be annoying. I don't want them. I don't want them there. So that's fun. Dental floss also works to remove this, just FYI. Do I have any dental floss on hand? No, I do not.
I can go get you some.
Do you want to go get me some? Because it might work. Usually helps more with
I don't know.
cardstock.
We have flossers.
No, not flossers. I need, like, actually, that's the problem. We have those little flossers. No, I need dental floss. Because you run it in between and it just helps remove things. Ugh. Here I thought I was being all smart getting these ahead of time. She said it will restock. I'd asked on Facebook. Yeah, she 100%. Like, again, the owner of Trinity is like, she is like a gem of a human. And yeah, I assume it's just a matter of having, and she's probably like literally just waiting on it to show up, you know, to like get it restocked, like to get it in with other things. Cause like they had a holiday release, not like recently. I still plan on doing a release and review for it. I just have been holding off because almost all of it sold out. Because I was, during Stamptember, because of that gnome set, that came out at the same time as her holiday release, and so much of it sold out, so I didn't do a release and review because there was no point me promoting something that you can't get anymore. This one's going to come off easily. I am making a mess. Okay, thank you. Dental floss. Has many uses besides your teeth. So yeah, if you're trying to remove things, generally this works better. I don't know if it's going to work on this because I can't really get a good... This works better when you're trying to remove, say you've got a solid, like this, if this was already adhered, you run dental floss between it and you can generally lift it up enough. So I rarely do it because usually once it's stuck down, it's like I just go with it. But because I really want to make this dude dance, I'm just going to have to do it this way. But yeah, if he was already stuck down, the dental floss works because it's got that waxy coating, so you can kind of almost like saw it in between if you really need to move something. But it's not really going to work with this because I don't have enough leverage between the foam and the guys. And these do need to come off because otherwise this isn't going to stick. So anywho. Just went out and ordered those action wobbles in black. Well, good. You'll have fun with them. You can't go wrong with glitter, embossing powder, and action wobbles. I'm like sweating. Ugh. Slices cake well too. It does. It does. Dental floss. So many uses. I am not going to pull out a razor blade. That is... yeah, you know, if you're comfortable with a razor blade, you do you. I barely even use my pen blades when I am crafting because I am too clumsy and they're very sharp. And yeah, I mostly just need to get these. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just need to get the bulk of it off so that he actually dances and they're not getting in the way and catching is my problem. And the back no one's really gonna see, so it's kind of irrelevant. Tim used cardstock to remove. Yeah, that could work too. Like, peeling it off works. It's just annoying is all. For the washi tape, it's not as bad. Yeah, these little foam squares are strong. That's why I like using them. Anyway, there we go. Okay. Ugh, what a mess. What a mess. Okay, good enough. They're good. They'll work. Okay, and since I'm going to make these guys dance, I'm going to tape this down a little bit extra to make sure that the coffee cup is in place and not going to go anywhere since I didn't use any other adhesive on him. Oop. Just do that. That. there. Literally have bits of this foam tape like stuck to me. Gross. Okay. Action walls. Okay. Using box by 2. I'm not worried about the sticky. There is no sticky. I've pretty much removed all that. That's not the problem. It was just the foam itself needed to come off. The majority of it anyway. The rest of it's irrelevant. But yes, if you're trying to remove the sticky from something, a little bit of anti-static powder does the trick. But yeah, I was more concerned about getting the bulk of these foam squares off of here. Because, yeah. Instead, they're gonna be dancing on the action wobblers. I had quit using them for a while because you couldn't get the mini ones, and then yeah, the link magically appeared today, so hence me forgetting all about it. Okay, so you peel off one side, you stick it down, make sure he's really stuck to these guys, just like so, and then you peel off the backing. Get over there. Okay. So then I love it. I can't get off there. Keep. Yep. Okay. Got backing off. Going to stick him. Too fun. Okay, now we have to finish the actual cards. Oh, where are my card bases? There they are. That's what I need. My flower sock cloth over there. Okay. Card bases. So, we will keep the insides of these fairly. Okay, so let's spice it up. Good stamp. Yeah, let's just stamp that dude. We'll stamp that dude. And then we'll stamp the Happy Halloween sentiment. And we'll stamp that dude on top of that. That on that. That on that. We need crackling campfire. Oh, I'm gonna like trip and die. Where's crackling campfire? Oh, there it is. Crackling campfire. Yep. Okay. Okay. Get those out of the way. Where did I put my MISTI? There's my MISTI. There's my MISTI. Okay. The gray Distress Oxide ink. 4th. That one. So we're going to stamp on the inside of the card this little dude. And I'm going to ink him up with Crackling Campfire Distress Oxide ink. Get that out of the way. Ooh. I need to wipe him off and give him a little more conditioning. He obviously has not been conditioned enough. Especially when you're dealing with solid stamps. It's true though, seriously guys. You guys only realize how absolutely clumsy I am. And Chris is too. Between the two of us, it's awful. It's so awful. Anyway. Okay. There. Now that's a little more conditioned proper. Let's ink him up. It also doesn't help that this ink pad is like ridiculously juicy, but that's also okay. Alright. We'll just stamp him. And he doesn't need to be perfect anyway. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And then we'll do it a second time. Hello, hello. Okay. Yep. Okay. Got that. And then let's kind of wipe off all that ink. Get that out of the way. And then that was the sentiment I was going to use. So we're going to stick him right in there. Just darn stabs want to stick to my fingers. Stop it. Good enough. Okay. And then where'd my little raven dude go? He should be good. Alright. Stick him there. Let's stick him on here too. Just because we can. Okay. Where's my Nocturne ink? I lost it already. There it is. I found it. We're good. Okay, and then this one. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got that out of the way. Let me quickly get that out of the way so I can put that and that out of the way. And then both of these, being VersaFine Clear and Oxide ink, need to dry a bit before I can adhere my card fronts, because otherwise these will smear. So let me do a tiny bit of cleanup because I have a absolute horrid disaster to deal with. Fun times. Doing live streams is when I realize my space is not big enough, but whatever, man. Okay, get those out of the way, get those out of the way. And then let's just blast these with a heat tool to dry them a little bit, because I can just tell they've got a bit of a shine to them, so you can tell they're not dry. And it would help if I plugged in the cord that nearly killed me. There we go. Smudge and smooch and stuff everywhere. Okay. Okay. Oh, fun. And again, I went way longer than I intended. This is what happens. But also I talk too much. Is what it is. Is what it is. Okay. Let's get these card bases. And yeah, these will be top folding A2 sized cards, which is basically what I do 99% of the time. Every once in a while I mix it up and do a slim line or a 5x7, but if I don't state otherwise, yeah, they're A2 sized. Leave the threads out. There's my glue again. Let's glue. Let's glue these guys to their card bases. Got more schmutz. There we go. Nope. Okay. Yep. Guys. Get these adhered into place. It's nice to see you create in real time. Makes me feel better. Oh yeah, and that's why I always say it in my videos. You know, when I talk about like the magic of video editing or that I've sped it up, etc., etc. Because yeah, I don't create near as fast. I don't color as fast. You know, I try to show the mistakes when they happen, but so often they happen off camera because it just is what it is. But yeah, I don't make things near as quick as my, you know, 10 to 20 minute videos on the regular do. But yeah. Yeah, okay. Got one. And then we got this guy. Same thing, more schmutz. And okay. We don't mind if you run long. No, it's not that. I promised Chris that we would go for a walk. Because it's actually really, really nice out today. And I spent all of September, for the most part, in this garage, working like a crazy person. And also the weather's been crap up until the last just couple of days.
Yeah, the last couple of days.
It has been like rainy and like wind, like just miserable weather. Cold. It's been gross. And then yeah, yesterday we spent the whole day cooking and all the things, and I was still working, and you know, Tim Holtz Live, all that stuff. And now today it's like just beautiful out. So I was like, I'll make my live stream not as long so we can go for a walk. And then I make my live stream long because, you know, it is what it is. But that said, let me get that schmutz off this guy. Oh wait. Oh, those are the paper from me roughing up the edges. They just want to cling to everything. They really want to cling. That paste is just like, no. Okay. I did it. And I'm not adding any bling. I know people are going to think I'm nice, but seriously, I think I got enough going on. We got shimmer and sparkle and action wobbler, sparkle embossing powder. I sewed on these. Let me zoom in a little bit. Like, really? Really? Look at him. He's just hopped up on caffeine and super happy because he maybe committed a murder. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. You know? And then to really, you know, add to the fabulousness. Look at that sparkle. Like, for serious. MICA stain sprays for the win. Like, how freaking fun. And honestly, like, that red, that Yuletide, man, the way it mixed with some of this, it just, oh, and like I said, I'm more, because I'm not a red person. I don't gravitate towards red at all, but, yes. So yeah, these are the colors I used. Like I said, I will post after, because Chris and I will go for a walk. And then I'll come back, clean up my absolute disaster of a mess. Holy crap. And I'll have the photos, and I'll have a proper supply list underneath. That I'll add quickly before we go, because it's already done for the most part. So I'll post it after done. Chris would, but he doesn't have access.
Sorry.
I would. I haven't figured out how we can do that.
I don't know if there is even a way.
No, I think we would have to like just sign you in as me,
Yeah.
which is fine. But anyway, these are the colors I use though, but I'll have links to them. So Bubbling Cauldron, Fallen Acorn, Mulled Cider, Yuletide. Oh, did I? Oh. Ooh. Things are... Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Kimberly.
So yes, thank you, Kimberly. And then yeah, I added splatter with cracked pistachio. That's like those little kind of ghosty bits. Like, Tim Holtz is a freaking genius, man. Never in a million years. Let me turn that off. But yeah, super, super fun. They dance around, and the insides are also cute. I got more schmutz, because whatever. But yeah, these guys are just... So yeah, I will, as soon as this live's over, I'll quickly pop the links to all the things in the description box below, and then after Chris and I get back from our walk, I will do the photos and the social medias and all the things like I always do. That'll pop up. And let me, how do I do this? I do this, and then I go like this, and then I go like this. Yeah, I'm figuring it out slowly but surely. All this crazy tech, that's as far as I've got with the tech, is learning how to add comments and then how to do the whole like picture-in-picture thing. That's it. We'll figure out the rest. We said this month.
Yeah, this month.
We'll see. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to my unpaid intern.
Yep.
He's learning.
Learning.
Yeah, you're learning.
Say goodbye to everyone.
Oh, thank you so much, Yvonne. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. I still get a kick out of how it, on my end, and when I add the comment, it describes the sticker instead of showing it. But I know everyone who's watching, you guys can all see it, the actual sticker. I don't know. I find that funny. Anyway, but yes, thank you guys. This was fun. Thank you all for tuning in. And for those that aren't aware, I have managed to stick to the schedule, shockingly. 2 p.m. Central on Sundays is when I go live. I say it every time, but I still plan on doing the occasional live at different times on top of the Sunday ones that I already do. Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you. I appreciate it. But we'll see. Yeah, it's always sort of a last minute thing for me when it's like, ooh, maybe I'll go live just for funsies and do whatever. But yeah, I think one of these days I just need to do it. You know, it'll be a surprise notification, like, surprise, I'm live, whatever. But 2 p.m. Sundays, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sundays. That's the schedule for lives. And then all my other videos, I have plenty coming. Trust me, I have tons coming. It's just been a little bit of a bonkers week, and it's a holiday weekend here and all the fun things. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kristen. And then, can I add a second one? And thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, 13 degrees in Windsor. Ooh, it's chilly there.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what it is here.
I have to look now before we go. Before we go outside.
Yeah, it's 22.
It's 22 degrees here. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I always forget. We do
74, 75.
Is that 74, 75? That's my type of temperature. Mine says 21.
Oh, well, that's 72 on the nose then.
Oh. I always have to Google it. What is that in Fahrenheit? Because I know most of y'all are American, but us Canadians, we use Celsius. In fact, I think most of the rest of the world does. You know, it is what it is. Whatever. We talked about that, I think, in another live where it's weird up here because not only do we use the metric system, but I also do things in inches and, you know, because we use centimeters and millimeters and kilometers and kilograms and all that stuff. But a lot of other stuff, it's like in pounds and grams and ounces and, you know, it is what it is. But temperature is always in Celsius. Anyway, these were super fun. The backgrounds were an absolute blast to make. These little dudes are just, I'm just going to sit here and just play with this guy. Action wobblers for the win, because the biggest thing with them is they go flat. So you can see it doesn't really add hardly any bulk. So you just press them down, you stick them in your envelope. They don't really add, heck, no more bulk than even like if you're adding like bling and stuff. It's about the same thickness really, because an action wobbler, it's just like that's the mini one. Chris, can you link to that again? Chris will pop a link in the chat again, because these are the mini guys. I have the regular size ones too. I don't. You closed everything. Chris was just like, we're done. We're going outside. Bad intern. Bad intern. The little action wobblers. No, scroll up. It's in the list already. Those little action wobblers. Those. Yeah. If you post that link. Okay, because these are the minis. That's the regular size. Like the minis are like a quarter of the size. So yeah, these are back in like I have a link to them. They were in stock as of me starting this, but if they sell out, they'll restock them. They better, because I will contact Simon otherwise and be like, excuse me, this is something I use a lot, especially in Halloween. Because yeah, look at these little dancing dudes. They're so fun. Super, super, super fun. So anyway, yeah, I got the hint. We're going to go on our walk. I'll quickly add the links below, and then I'll do all my, you know, stuff later that I always do. Hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. And yes, to all my fellow Canadians, happy Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people are having their turkey and all the fixings today, which is super fun. We had ours yesterday, which means we have days worth of leftovers, which is wonderful. Yeah, we love it. We go all out and cook a lot. Like our turkey was huge. All the things, because yeah, we've got leftovers for days. Yeah,
probably till mid next week or mid this week. I
guess. Enough for, and that's just the best, because if we don't have to cook and we can just throw things in the microwave, just turkey sandwiches. Yeah. It's always about food around here. You guys know, welcome to my live streams. No matter what I do, we always discuss food. That's just what happens. And we have to remember to go to Walmart sometime. Yeah. Maybe next weekend. We'll see. Because now I'm just like, pumpkin spice Oreos. You haven't tried. Oh, yeah. And the other thing I'm going to do probably. Yeah, because we were talking about adhesive. Later, off screen, I am probably going to take the action wobbler and I'm probably going to squeeze. I'm going to put some either craft tacky glue or glossy accents to, because actually I can show you right now. This will just pop pretty much right off, I think. Yeah. Because I use the mica stains, and I also like there's texture paste with shimmer. It's that same concept that I've talked about when you're adhering anything on top of glitter or shimmer or things like that. You want to use a good strong adhesive. Action wobblers, this adhesive is pretty decent, but it's moving, it's bouncing, and it's on top of something that is textured and shimmery. So yeah, I'm going to put some craft tacky or some glossy accents. I'm going to re-adhere it, and then I'll just let it like dry so that it is fused, so that when I send it to someone, they don't go like this and he just flies off. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'll do that off camera later too, just to ensure that he remains intact on, because yeah, it sticks down okay, but this is what happens with shimmer. All this other stuff isn't going to move because I used craft tacky glue, so it's like fused to the cardstock. If I tried to pull this up, it would tear. So that's my last little tip of the day. I'm gonna go get some steps in and enjoy the nice weather. Yeah, we like going for little walks and stuff. It's nice, and I need it. I need the walking and I need the fresh air because I've been living in this cave for the last month plus. So, okay. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I'll have the links down below and I'll talk to you guys later.